Hello, so today I thought I'd do like a little tribute to Claire Smurfy-Gurley and go through a day with, well, half a day or a few hours with Chanel Allure on. Now this one was a special fragrance to me. It has some good memories of back to university, and I recently picked up a little bottle, fair old price. But was it the same? Well, on my first impressions, no, it wasn't the same. But I'll give it a nice little wearing today, and we'll go through it with each other. So, okay. Now then, the opening is pretty much as I remember it. You get a lot of lemon, a lot of citrus. It's quite it's obviously it's a Chanel, it's well blended and it's smooth. You get like a nice warmth from the ginger. Yes, it is. I mean, it is very nice, and it does have that air of familiarity. The opening is pretty much the same. There's maybe, yes, it's a lot of the ginger and the citrus. Possibly you get that slight hint of the familiar kind of peach coming through. But anyway. So yes, now we're about 5 minutes in. Big coat, ready for a nice typical British spring summer's day. It's miserable out there, but has it changed much? Not really. The ginger's kind of faded off a bit, and now it's mainly, I'm saying lemon, but let's say citrus. And you do get a little bit more of the lovely peachy feel. Now the peachy feel, I think, is why I fell in love with this one. But let's go out and let's see what happens, eh? Now then, currently, actually saying that, I don't think it's quite fair to judge the fragrance right now. It's amazing that dogs have to pick up their leavings, isn't it? We have all this. Let's just say there's a nice fresh oody smell in the air at the moment. But yes, anyway, yes, I know I'm not very fit, so I'm out of breath already. But in the air, probably mixed with the nice spring florals as well, but I'm getting a really nice kind of sillage and a nice bubble around me. It's sweetened up quite a lot. Still, again, it's a lot of that lemon citrusness, and you do start now to get touches of woods, and maybe, I don't know if there's vanilla in this, but it's got that kind of smooth, nice rounded feel to it, as obviously a Chanel would have. And you're starting to get some of the woods coming through. Anyway, I will catch my breath and get back to you later. Okay, so it has begun to change just a little bit more now. Now there is that lovely peachy feel through it. It's not like a feminine peach, it's like a juicy kind of peach syrupy thickness, and a lot of what kind of running through it is the lemon or the orange kind of coming through still. So it's still quite fresh, but it's kind of a fresh, sticky freshness, a fresh woodiness, not like Allure Homme Sport or them versions. So yes, it is starting to get much nicer now for me, much more enjoyable. Anyway, okay, so now probably an hour in, and I am quite exhausted now, obviously. Has it changed much? Yes, to be fair. It's more woody now, more kind of, that's a sweet woody feel. Well, okay, come back. Now, ridiculously, I did do another sort of video after a little bit, and yeah, obviously didn't record that because I'm a bit technologically deficient. Anyway, 2-3 hours roughly into it. What are we getting now? Now, in that video, I think I said that it kind of lacked that richness, that depth, that kind of smooth loveliness that I remember it having. But again, that might just be nostalgia, and who knows. But now, it is, don't get me wrong, it's lovely. It's a lot more woody now. Get quite a lot of woods coming through. I actually, weirdly, get the ginger back. Now, I think that faded quite quickly in the start, but now I can get it. And it's got a lovely kind of light resins, I'd say. Not your big heavy resins, but you know, I can't remember what it's called, but that stuff, is it benzoin and that, and labdamen maybe and stuff. Like nice sweet light resins basically. Don't quote me because I'm still learning. But yes, it is nice. It was never fantastically unique or sort of groundbreaking. None of the men's Chanel's particularly ever seem to be. That's just my opinion. Don't sue me, don't break my legs. I do get a bit more of that peachy sweetness. It's not peach, it's really hard to describe. I just remember it being just a warm, syrupy, lovely, rich, thick, peachy kind of woody fragrance back in the day. Not anymore. It's still there. I mean, does it project now? No. Maybe a tiny little bubble. Could still smell it off the skin quite well. Can't really smell it off my neck and chest now. No, not really. So yeah, it has moved extremely close to the skin, but it is what it is. That's performance on me. I'm not everyone. It might perform like beast on some people. I will come back in a few hours if there's anything left and do a little summary. But yeah, so far, Allure on. Yeah, it's kind of yeah. It's an alright one. I'm still glad I bought it, but a bit disappointed, maybe. Anyway, see you later. So now we're 6 hours in or so. Where did it go? Well, you can barely smell it, to be fair. Not knocking the fragrance for that. Some things just don't last. Some of the best things last the shortest amount of time in life, let's be fair. Now, obviously, you sat thinking about it. This is a fantastically elegant quality scent. It's very well blended. It's very well put together. It smells delicious. Again, the originality, well, it's been a long time since this was out, so obviously there's a few like it. I prefer this 10 million times over to the Sports. And for me, I never liked Bleu de Chanel. I see why people love it, but it wasn't my sort of thing. This is more my sort of thing. It's a beautiful oriental fragrance with touches of fruits early on. The fruits do kind of stay a little bit through it. There's kind of a leather feel right at the end. It's just a very classy, elegant, gentleman's scent. I am glad I've got it and I will wear it, but I'll probably need to use about 200 sprays. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It is a beautiful fragrance and I'm very happy with it. Would I pay more for it than I've paid for it? Definitely not. I don't think... Well, it depends on the individual, doesn't it, the pricing. I won't get into that. But all in all, in conclusion, it's a good fragrance. And now to wrap it up, like I did last time, I think we need the words of some great lyricist or poet, don't we? So in the style of the great William Shatner, who will be reading out Elsa's words. I believe it was Elsa from Frozen. I can't say I've watched it enough times to pay enough attention. Only 455,000 million times. What a great film it is. Woo. But anyway, as she may say, let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Let it go. Which I think perfectly summarises my feelings I had for this back in the day. It's alright. Not my favourite fragrance on earth. I still get some of them great wonderful memories. So I'm very glad I have this. Thanks a lot, folks. Bye bye.